Hey YouTube, what's up? My name is SmileyMan01, and I've got some interesting ones for you today. So to start off, this was a while ago, but it's starting to become more of a thing now. They rolled out this new software for our pin pads called Quick Chip that enables people to put their cards in at the start of the transaction, take them out at any point in the transaction, and at the end of their transaction, we just hit card payment and it just automatically processes from there. It's supposed to be this great thing. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen it get put to use yet. Nobody knows it exists. It just feels wrong telling people to put their card in at the start of the transaction. So, like, they don't tell us to do that. I mean, I don't think anyone would actually want to do that. That just, like, why would you do that? I don't understand. But it causes hell for me at self checkout because the old system, when people didn't set up the card payment on the machine before they put their card into the reader, then they did the pin pad stuff and it would say on the pin pad, please continue checking out. And there was a red button that said cancel. Now with this new system, it just says processing, please wait, which does not alert people to, hey, maybe something's wrong. Maybe I did something wrong. They just sit there and stare at the screen endlessly. I can't blame them. They just think it's taking forever to process their card. It's not. It's waiting on you to hit the card payment button. And apparently it's not like that at all stores. Some of the other stores, you can just put the card and it sets it up and processes it for you. Ours, that's not the case. Software is different. So I didn't even have to do it that much because, like, when it says please continue checking out, people would be like, maybe I did something wrong. Then look at the screen. Oh, look, here's a bunch of payment options, which are kind of like not the most prominent things on the screen. And you just press the button. Didn't have to run around pressing the button as often for people as I do, or telling them to hit card on the screen. I hate the system. And then the other cool thing the system added was it boosted the cashback. Well, it didn't boost the limit. The limit's always been whatever it is. It's just we deny the transaction if they try to do over $60 cash back, which doesn't work on the self-checkout machines. I wish they would put a limit of cash back on those machines, but they don't, because people use them like a bank. But anyways, the old limit was $60, and if it was like customer requested more than $60 cash back, we just hit cancel and they had to do it again, which was great. It's fine. Now they boosted the limit up to $300, which fortunately people don't take advantage of, because to start my day on a check lane in that drawer is $628. Let me do some mental math real quick. 35 of which is in rolls of coins, and then like 100 of it, not, I can't remember, I think it's 100 of it is in ones. So something like that, and then like a ton of it's in fives. It's only 200 of it is in 20s, I believe. So it's so stupid. Like, if they gave us more money in our drawers, it might be an okay thing for people to use this place like a bank, but they don't, so it doesn't work out like that. Stupid. And then, of course, none of the cashiers are aware of the fee charges when you withdraw amounts over $100. So withdrawing exactly $100 does not incur a fee. Neither does withdrawing any amount below that. Drawing dollar amounts $100.01 and over is a $3.50 fee. If they've got their rewards card, we take 50 cents off the fee, so it's a $3 fee. But the stupid machine doesn't tack the fee onto their total. It draws the fee out of their cash back. So if the checker doesn't know about the fee and they do like $120 cash back, it'll knock $3 out of that cash back. The checkers are not aware of this. Half of them don't even look at their screens. So the person will either not know there's a fee and they'll get the wrong amount, or checker won't notice that fee and short their drawer out $3. So it's been nothing but a mess. I wish they would do away with that PA announcement. I also wish they would stop announcing our stamps were cheaper until they actually change them in the system to be cheaper, because they still ring up as the old price. It's not even that big of a difference. They went down from $9.80 a book of stamps to $9.40, like 8 or 40. I think it's $9.47 a book of stamps. It's literally a difference of 33 cents. But they still don't ring up as 9.47. They still ring up in the system as 9.80 for whatever reason. I don't even know what they are. I don't even know how much dollar amount is attached to them. What is one? How far does one U.S. postage stamp take a letter? It should take it anywhere in the continental United States. I'm actually curious now. How far does one U.S. postage? No, that's not what I wanted. How far does one U.S. post stamp go? How far does your 44 cents go? I'm actually curious now, because someone asked me that. Well, that's a really interesting webpage. This graph below. Oh, this is the graph. Okay. That's the graph. Okay. All right. As I can see, Norway charges the highest rate, which is nearly 4 times the cost US rate. I mean, well, this detail I see here is pretty good. Alright, well, one stamp will get you across the country. That's all I needed to know. Well, alright, that's all I needed to know. That's pretty good. There we go. I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. They called me into the service booth today. Of course, training another. They're literally training 3 new boothies. I don't know why. We did just fine when we had Will and Selena and then Zario, who worked on Sundays only. We did just fine with, and then the supervisors, Will and Donna, would cover. I mean, it worked just fine. Now it's Will, Selena, and me. Zarya, I think Zarya still works on Sundays. I think, yeah, Zarya still works on Sundays because she worked. I think she was just off last Sunday because I worked Sunday. Last Sunday she wasn't there. I haven't seen her in a while, but she would normally get off of work before I would even come in, so whatever. I wouldn't normally see her. So we do just fine. I don't see why they need to change so many new ones, but oh man. Spelled the person's name wrong. I can't blame them because it was one of those African names, but when you get names like that, you have to like triple check. It wasn't a mistake of the person who filled out the form, it was literally the mistake of the person who was putting it into the computer. And whenever I am unsure about somebody's handwriting because their handwriting looks like shit, I just always ask them, is this the correct way to spell this? It saves you a 35-minute. Probably actually not that long. It probably doesn't take that long. It's probably only like 5 or 10 minutes actually. You just got to get on the phone with Western Union. It's still a huge pain in the ass because you're sitting on the phone talking to this person, so it's not like you can help anyone else behind you. Hey, can you help me? Does it look like I can help you? I'm on the phone trying to talk to somebody right now. Like, seriously? So they pulled me in to fix all that mess. One of the guys cashed a check for like 300 whatever dollars and handed it back to them. Remember that fiasco? I don't think there's any type of guard or anything against that. Like, if they tried to get the check cashed somewhere else, I bet it would go through. I don't think there's any type of guard against that. Jesus. Like, I don't know. Hopefully I'll be getting trained for a bookkeeper soon. They keep talking about it, but it never seems to happen. Um, on Sunday, I actually worked with our bookkeeper here. Just he was just showing. That was the first time like I'd ever done it. He was just showing me like, this. I just kind of stood there and watched. Like, he's a nice guy. But he just is really inconsistent, which makes it a real pain when I'm taking over the booth for him. He's really inconsistent with how he'll treat like policy and stuff like that. Sometimes he's follows it to the letter. Sometimes he just kind of lets it slide. It's really annoying, and it's stuff like that I wouldn't slide on either. Like, he's too lenient with certain things. Selena having in the booth is great because Selena is the definition of a hard ass. Policy rules when she's in the booth, which isn't always the best solution. Usually is, but it isn't always the best solution. But it's actually nice because I know that no one told anyone they could do anything. Like, there's some woman who came up and like, oh, I wanted to get this $13 whatever worth of shit that I have refunded as cash. No, you can't do that. Of course you can't do that. Oh, well, I spoke to somebody earlier and they said I could do it. Who was in the booth before me? Will. Oh boy. Whatever. Like, I didn't know what to do. Supervisor was busy. They said just do whatever. I'm like, okay. I mean, I would have just told the person, sit tight. Supervisor will be here to tell you no in a moment. For whatever reason, supervisor didn't want to keep this person waiting. So they said just do it, but put his name on it. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. There's absolutely no reason you would ever call a store ahead of time asking if you can return something and get cash. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's so sketchy. Why, like, here, hey, I have this random item that's worth like $13 or so. Can I return it and get cash? Oh, yeah, and I don't have my receipt. Yeah, you totally didn't steal that. Like, give you store credit, that's what I'll do. That way you can just waste it here. I don't care. It's so dumb. Like, what about that, like, seems legitimate? It's like, so I mean, if it's like, oh, yeah, you guys don't have anything to go against me, like a profile or anything. Like, there's no record of information you can keep on me, because you don't even know what I look like. All you have is my phone number, which you only see on my screen until I hang up the phone. And then the phone number would disappear off the screen. So, and that doesn't really do us any good. What can we do with a phone number? It's so stupid. I hate the supervisors here. Except they're too lenient on stuff. Like they're just like, oh, I don't want to deal with it right now. Just do it. And I'm like, okay, I'm putting your name on it, but okay. It's really frustrating. What else? I don't know. There's this one guy saying that he feels bad for me. It was yesterday. He was the closing bagger. I mean, he had already gotten all the carts and everything was sorted and squared away. He was just waiting for his time to leave, and he was just talking to me. He's like, I feel bad for you. I'm like, why? Because you work all the time, and they always have you do everything. He says, you just basically get pushed around, have to do everyone else's job. I'm like, well, yeah. He's like, they don't pay you anymore, do you? And he brought up the point that I do extra stuff, like, he said you go beyond, like you'll clean the floor and stuff. You'll clean like everything. You'll go and push carts. You'll sort everything, make it look nice. Like no one else does that. I'm like, well, that's their thing, and I'll do mine. Part of the reason I do it is because I'm so bored. I have nothing else to do. I mean, yeah, I can sit on my phone and play Minesweeper, but that gets boring after a while. Nobody is on Discord at freaking the hours I'm at work, so I don't have anything else to do. So if there's customers in the store, I literally get a broom and pan out of the closet and I just go and sweep. I have nothing else to do. If there's no customers in the store, I go out and push carts and clear out the lot. I don't ever do go backs though. I always stay on the front end. Well, technically, because at the parking lot, like I see a car drive up and park, I'm like, oh, I gotta hustle back to the store. So that's what I do. I always stay where I can keep watch on the front end and the doors. So I never do go backs. I leave that for the morning people. That's part of the reason I clear out the lot. Quit inviting me. Fuck off. I don't want to play your fucking game. Yeah, I want to play a custom game on the Howling Abyss, guys. No, I don't. You're saying, and you're always work, and every time I come, you're always here. Like, I see you here all the time. I'm like, well, I do work a lot of hours. Do I get paid anymore? No. I mean, in February, I think they'll move me up another quarter per hour. So, hey, moving on up in the world. Unless being a bookkeeper makes my pay go up. Because they upped my pay when they put me in the booth. They upped it a quarter. So. Man, he compared me to the one store manager that people either really like him or they really, really hate him. I actually like him a lot because he does a good job. He does things right. He actually, I think, genuinely like wants what's best for the store, and he really doesn't like people like being lazy or doing things wrong. And a lot of people don't like him because he is a hard ass, and he is a really big hard ass. But I actually like him, and that other guy likes him too. He's like, I like it's Randy, but yeah, I like him. because it's like, oh, if the lot's a disaster, if there's like trash on the floor or whatever, he'll come by, pick up the trash, and then make sure all the trash is picked up. Then he'll leave. Or like if the lot's a disaster, he's like, come on, let's go push carts. And you're like, hey, well, look at that. Here's like this 50-year-old man outside pushing carts. Oh shit, I'd better get out there and help him. It says versus some of the other supervisors will be like, the lot's a disaster. Get out there and push carts. Or look at all this trash on the floor. Which, I don't know. I don't really interact with the supervisors all that much. They kind of let me do my own thing. Maybe because I don't need all that much supervising. I'm actually very good at doing my job on my own. The only time I ever call them over is when there's stupid shit I don't want to deal with, and the person won't get out of my face. Because whenever I don't feel like dealing with someone's dumbass bullshit request, I say, no, I'm not doing that. We'll call the manager over. I'm like, okay, well, here comes the manager. And then I just walk off. I don't give a shit. Some guy was refusing to pay for the 10 gallons of jug refill water he bought because last time he bought it, he didn't like the way it tastes, so he dumped it all out. And then he's refusing to pay for these 10 gallons as compensation for the water he didn't like or something. Like, what in the fuck? I don't even know what the resolution was. It was really, really busy. I had one machine that was out of order. I thought something was wrong with it, so I just shut it off. Saying it was unable to dispense cash, but after it slowed down, I actually went and looked in the machine. I didn't open it up. I was going to open it up because I thought it was jammed. Ugh, I'm like half yawning. But I actually just you can actually view a lot of the data from the machine on the surface. You just log in and go through all the menus. And that's what I did. I was like, oh, it's just out of money. But it was like this machine is unable to dispense cash. I mean they're not wrong, but like when they word it like that, it makes you think there's a problem with the machine, like it's jammed. Not that it just ran out of money because people use it like a bank. People use those freaking robots like an ATM, and they use our check lanes like a bank. I really wish they'd enforce that $60 cash limit. I also wish they would do the same on the check lanes. I also wish they'd have greater security for gift cards. If you're doing a gift card purchase, I don't care where it's to. If you're buying anything over $100, if you're buying anything over $100 in gift cards, and you're paying with a card of any kind, should be some next level verification that's required. But the robots let you do it. The robots just let you do it. Like you can buy however much you want with gift cards, and the machine will okay you just to pay with the card. You just swipe the card and walk off. If that's a stolen card, oh well, there goes however much dollars. It's really stupid. I wish they'd put a bigger handle on it. But if you're paying cash, it's fine. I mean, it's like, yeah, if you like stole the money or whatever, like no one could ever prove that. I mean, yeah, if like a week later we found out you robbed a bank, oh hey, I guess the guy stole the. You fuck off! I'm gonna block this guy in a second. But like he's literally inviting. I'm away. That's why I'm away, so I don't show up in the online and people go to their friends list. Like this guy's scrolling all the way down through his friends list. Well, he probably doesn't have that many friends if he plays custom games on the Howling Abyss. But I don't even remember what I was saying. It's like, yeah, cash is legitimate. Like, cash would be your own. Like, I don't even know if you can buy gift cards with a check. Holy shit. I was thinking about that now. I was like, because cash you can buy anything with. Of course, there's certain items that are restricted that you can't buy them with a credit card. You shouldn't be able to buy gift cards with a credit card either. That's bullshit as well. Gift cards should be cash debit only. I don't know if you can buy them with checks. I don't think you can. I doubt you can. That's bullshit. There's no way you can buy a gift card with a check. If you can, that's super bullshit. You need to ask someone about that. There's a lot of things I need to do. We got hit by some fucking fake coupons as well. It's like you would never figure that out. Like there's no way to figure it out. It's like, oh well, we got scammed. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it because they look legit. The only time they don't look legit is when you take the legit one and put it right next to the fake one. They're a slight, like the color paper, it's like really faded pastel. You know those really light colors? Like the legit one is blue. The fake one is peach. But you would never realize that. It's not like you get like this coupon like 2 times every order. You get these coupons probably once every like 3 shifts. And the fake one is also a little bit smaller. It's not like the legit one is very long. The fake one is not quite as long. It's still long, but it's not quite as long. It's not short to the point where it'd be like, this doesn't look legit, but it's just slightly shorter. You would never tell that. Like, how are you supposed to tell that? I mean, they were looking at them forever, but the only way they were able to actually figure out, I don't actually know how they figured out they were fakes in the first place, but what they did was someone had actually, I think it was today, redeemed a legitimate one of those coupons, and they compared them and like, oh yeah, I mean, how are you ever gonna notice that difference? That is insane. Well, I don't work again until Saturday, so see what the resolution is. I need to go to work tomorrow. I need to return a shirt I bought because I was talking with the night manager, grocery manager. They got the Astros won the World Series. It's pretty lit. So he said they got some new shirts. I'm like, oh really cool. So I went out and I just saw some shirts that said champs on them, and I picked one up. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Then when I got home, I realized it wasn't the World Series champs. It was like for the league. Like, oh, for fuck's sake. I guess they hadn't put them out yet. He said they had started putting them out, but I guess they hadn't taken all the old ones off the shelves at that point. I'm like, God damn it. So I gotta go return that. I gotta go bring that back tomorrow anyways. I gotta go bitch at them about my schedule again. Because they're doing this bullshit to me. Where they're keeping me here till 11, 10 o'clock at night. Then, oh yeah, coming at 6 a.m. the next day. Fuck that. I will work any hour of any day. So long as you give me a reasonable expectation for me to show up to work the next morning. I'm not staying here till 11, or I think it's 10 o'clock, and then they want me coming in at 6 the next day. Fuck that. So I'm gonna go there tomorrow and bitch at them about that. What else am I gonna do? I'm gonna get my hair cut for the first time in forever. I don't mind having long hair. I kind of like it, but it's getting too long. It's getting to the point where it's actually starting to really annoy me. It won't get out of my ears. I can't keep it out of my eyes. I have to keep brushing away from my forehead. It's too long in the back. It takes like an hour to dry because I don't blow dry my hair after a shower. Ugh. So I'm just gonna get it cut short again. That's what I'm gonna do. I look different. People will still recognize me at the store. You know, that is one thing. What the hell? I guess if you don't do a certain action for so long, it just kicks you out of the game. Oh, wait, no, I'm back. Oh, wait, maybe not. Well, it says I'm online, but I guess I'm not. Oh, okay, well. I guess if you don't do an action for long enough, it kicks you out of the client. That must be a new feature. Let's bring back Kazakhs. A new quote-unquote feature. Anyways. Whoa! Holy shit. Lots of people logged on. But, what was I even saying? I get a lot of people that like mention how I always see them here. Like it's gotten to the point with some of the people who come by, like I don't card their ID anymore, even though like you have to card them. And there's this one girl who comes in, usually buys like regular stuff and then like a six pack. I don't card her anymore because I know she's over 21 because I carded her the last whatever million times. I don't know. People get nervous about showing ID if they don't have like an actual ID, like if they have their passport or something. I don't give people a hard time about it. First of all, how the hell did you get here without a driver's license? But I'm not going to give them a hard time about it. As long as they actually have ID, um, it doesn't matter. As long as they have like actual ID, not some foreign fucking driver's license. Someone handed me a little scrap of paper that said like Colombian driver's license. And like, what in the fuck is this? No. I don't know. There's this one woman who threw a temper tantrum because she didn't have her ID on her when I carded her. Called a supervisor. Supervisor's like, we have to have your ID. She's like, well, I can't believe you guys don't think I'm 35. I mean, you look like you walked out of a high school gymnasium, but okay. Alright, so whatever. She threw a fit about that. She didn't look that young, though. Probably like, I don't know. I didn't believe she was 35, though. But I mean, the funny thing is like if you're under 40, you have to show ID. That's what the freaking sign says. Under 40, present ID. So you still have to show your ID anyways. Yeah, I don't know. It's all interesting stuff. I think the one time I actually had no idea what the hell to do. This woman had, I don't even remember what she had. She had, she was young, so that's why we even needed her ID. She had like a photo of her license on her phone. Like, I don't know what to do with that. But then she also had this other thing. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't another form of ID. Like, it was like a social security card or Medicaid card or something like that. It was some sort of government issued thing that wasn't like an ID, but just like this thing with like information on it. I just called her a supervisor. Supervisor. It was well, it was Selena who's the bookkeeper, but she was supervisor at the time. She just looked at him. She's like, "Yeah, she's good." I'm like, "Okay." I didn't know what to do with that. I was like, "Can we take a photograph of an ID as an ID?" Like, I guess we can. So, okay. Yeah, I didn't even have to. I shouldn't have even shut that machine off. But management, like, oh, no signs up. We don't want to look like Walmart or something with signs on our machines. Okay, well, I'm turning the machine off because I can't be bothered to tell every single person who walks up to this machine, no cash, no cash back, no cash, no cash back, having to refund things out of my drawer. Which, for the freaking self checkout, you get nothing in your drawer. It's like $300, I think. So you don't get a lot of opportunities to do refunds out of that freaking drawer. So I can't always be available to tell every person who walks up to that machine, hey, you can't pay cash, no cash back, because I might be busy or something. So I just shut the machine off and dealt with extra people and waiting in line because management does not want signs posted. on the freaking machine for whatever godforsaken reason. Like, eyes were about to roll back into my freaking skull. Just like roll all the way around and just roll up and then roll back behind and roll up out the freaking bottom, dude. Actually, I got a gif of it. Let me find it. I don't think there's anything in SFW in this folder. Um, where is it? Ah, here we go. Yeah, I think I was just about to do that. It's kind of a small image. I can think I can zoom in. There we go. Yeah, I think I was just doing that while he was taking my signs down. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just shut the lane down then. How do I unzoom? There we go. Oh, that's my image for the day. I got some funny memes in here. If you have epilepsy, you might want to look away for a second, but this is one of my favorite gifs. Alright, you can look back now. What else? Oh, we got some other funny ones in here. I don't actually know what that. I'm not gonna click on anything. I don't know what it is. I don't know actually what's gonna show up on the screen when I open these ones. This one's pretty good. We got some other ones. I like this one. This one's good. I don't actually. I should go back through this folder. I don't actually know what a lot of these are. All right. Well, I don't know. It's getting pretty running out of topics. I feel like I cut myself off in the middle of a topic, but I can't remember what I was talking about. So, oh, I know what this one is. This one's good. This is funny. Chicken nuggets. Now I know what that one is. I was like, what is that one? There's a McDonald's on there. That's a funny one. All right. Well. Oh no, no, no! I gotta show you guys the rest of them. All right, one more. I don't. This is like some kind of movie edit or something like that, but that's pretty good. Alright, I think we're done for this one. So, if you guys watch, thanks so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see everyone next time.